Good morning. Happy. Let me wait. See if somebody comes in before I start talking. Bear with me. Bear with me. I need a. I really need to invest in a cell phone holder for my car. So the one. Hey, sunshine. What's up, girl? Hey, sis. Both my sisters are in here, y'all. Okay, Renee, and she is sunshine. What's up, y'all? As my voice starts to go out on me. Good morning, good morning. Happy blessed Sunday. I'm headed to work again. Hospital life. Hospital life. It's all good though. It's all good. I was saying I really need to try to invest in I can't even talk in getting a cell phone holder for my car because I know I'm not supposed to be holding my phone. So how is it, Sunshine? How is it in your state? Can you hold your phone while you drive? Because I know in California you can't. And I actually got pulled over one time for holding my phone while driving. So I was holding my phone, like looking at some text messages or something, and I was at a red light. At a red light, um, out of my peripheral vision, I see police pull up next to me, and I tried to like lower the phone down. I was like, So I'm thinking, okay, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. As soon as the light turns green, I pull off. He gets behind me and turns his lights on, and I'm like, really? So, I mean, it was my own fault, so I couldn't be mad. I already knew what it was gonna be because I was at a standstill. I wasn't driving or anything, which I think that's kind of shitty. Excuse my language. I'm not driving. I'm at a stoplight looking at my phone. So now that I think about it, hindsight, whatever, I think he was out of for that. That's just my 2 cents. I think he was out of pocket because it wasn't like I was driving and my vehicle was moving. I was just at a stoplight waiting for the light to turn green. So anyway, I don't know how I got on this story. Oh, I know how I got on this story because I said I need a cell phone holder. It's like something bit me on my forehead. It started itching. So anyway, he pulls me over and everything, and I pull over. He comes up and everything, and I'm like, he says, "Oh, I pulled you over." Why do they even ask that? Why? Why do they even ask you that? Why do they ask why? Because I'm pretty. I mean, what do you want me to say? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what I was doing. Like, stop wasting my time and go ahead and give me my ticket. So he proceeds to take my information, blah, blah, blah. No warning, nothing. I've never gotten pulled over for anything like that before. So he proceeds to write me a ticket or whatever. And I'm like, okay, whatever. All right, Amazon truck. I don't know what your problem is. You need to learn how to drive. First, you was in that lane. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go this way. So, just jumping over on people like that. Anyway, back to my story, and I am about to stop at Starbucks and get me something to eat. I made my own coffee at home, so I just need to get something to eat. So anyway, got a ticket. Kept calling the court because I had to call the court or something, the traffic division, for something. I forgot what it was, but on the back of the ticket it said to call. Every time I would call, nothing had ever been submitted. I'm telling you guys, I called for like 3 to 6 months. They said that they were behind on entering their thing, so I just kept calling periodically. Like maybe after 9 months, I kid you not, they're like, we don't have anything, we're all up to date and stuff. So maybe I got lucky, blessed, whatever, and the guy didn't submit the ticket. So yeah, maybe he didn't. I don't want to get ran over. He didn't submit the ticket. So nothing ever happened. It wasn't on my record when I went to register my vehicle, because sometimes if you don't pay a ticket, they won't let you register your car or renew your registration until that ticket is paid or something. So it didn't show up on my registration. So I said, okay, maybe he just tried to like use a scare tactic and then he didn't submit the ticket. I don't know. I thought when you printed a ticket out, that's a ticket. Like he gave me a ticket. So I don't know. But I'm just glad that I didn't get a ticket. I don't even know how much cell phone violations are. I have no idea. I'm gonna tell you guys another story. Let me order me something real fast, and I'm gonna tell you guys another time I got pulled over. No, I'm not a bad individual, bad driver, but just hold on, hang tight, okay? Okay, let's see, what am I gonna get?
Hi, thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can I start for you?
Hi, can I get the sausage, cheddar, and egg breakfast sandwich?
Okay. Would
And
you like any avocado spread or sriracha with that?
no, that's okay.
Okay.
And that's it.
Just the sausage cheddar today?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. I'll have that at the window, okay?
Okay, thank you. Oh, let me get my money, you guys. Hold on. Ooh, the helicopter. Get my money, honey.
$24.95.
Okay, there you go. All right, thank you.
Have it right out, okay?
Okay, cool. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. Have a good day. Thanks. Okay. So I went to Panera. So do you guys have? I know you guys have Starbucks. Do you guys have Panera in your area? I like Panera. I actually like Panera's food better than Starbucks food. But Panera, I would have had to go out of the way to go to Panera, and I don't feel like doing all that. So, but anyway, so another time I got pulled over is when I was headed to work. It was a weekday. I was headed to work. I had on my scrubs. I didn't have on regular clothes. I had on my scrubs that day. Thank the Lord I had on my scrubs. So, there was a car. It's like a 2-lane highway. Cars going this direction, cars going another direction. So there's 2 lanes. Keep that in mind. You can pass slow driving cars on this highway if you have the opportunity. So I got behind this guy that was going like super duper slow, right? Super slow. So I passed him. So I was going kind of fast because I had popped my car into sport just to pass the guy up, and I hadn't slowed down. What are you doing? See, this is what I'm talking about right here. People who don't know how to drive. Okay, I'm gonna act nice today. It's Sunday. Be nice, Michelle, to the people on the road. Don't be mean. So I had popped my car into sport to get past this person, and I was going kind of fast. I will admit that. So I come up around this curve, and lo and behold, on the opposite side, there's a highway patrol. I immediately like look down at my speedometer to see how fast I'm going, and I am going faster than the speed limit. So on that road, the speed limit is 55, and I want to say I was going maybe like 69 or 70. But I had just passed someone, so that's my justification. Um, whoever is in the chat, I'm sorry I can't really see right now while I'm driving. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's here. Thank you for stopping by. and taking time out of your day to hang out with me this morning as I drive to work. I think I'm gonna start doing these more regularly. More. I can't talk. I need my coffee. I need a sip of coffee. But I think I'm gonna start doing these morning chats more regularly. Is what I was trying to say. Just to pass time on the way to work or on the way home from work. I don't know. Maybe I'll do flip flop. Do one headed to work, one going home from work. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my god! I hope I didn't forget my earbuds, you guys. Please, I've stuck them in my purse. Please let them be in there. Okay, I have to check when I get to work. My purse is like so tight, but I did remember my earbuds. Anyway, so past the highway patrol, but thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me this morning. Expect to see more of me, because I actually miss going live and stuff, and this is like a perfect opportunity for me to go live, like on my drive to work, and I'm like at work before you know it. The only thing I gotta get is a cell phone stand holder, whatever, for my car. So I'm gonna look at that when I get to work and maybe order one from Amazon. Okay, so anyway, back to the story. So speed past the highway patrol, who's on the opposite side of the highway, and immediately look at my speedometer, let my foot up off the gas to try to like slow down without hitting the brake and everything. Look in the rearview mirror, he's doing a U-turn and getting behind me, and I'm like, dang it. So pull off the road and everything, and I'm like a jokester and stuff. I think you guys know that I like to joke, I like to have fun, I like to laugh, I like to make people laugh. So he gets out his car, comes up to my passenger side window. I roll the window down, and the first thing I say to him when he gets to the window is, and I said it just like this, I said, I wasn't going that fast, was I? And he just started laughing and stuff. And he said, you were going fast because I saw you look down at your speedometer and everything when you passed me. And I was like, busted. So he goes through the whole rigmarole. Oh, I just need to see your license and your registration and your insurance. So give him all of that stuff. Mind you, I have on my scrubs because I'm headed to work, and I have my badge on, as I do right now, my work badge and stuff. So he goes to his vehicle and everything, does whatever, comes back, hands me my stuff. He says, where do you work at? Tell him what hospital I work at and everything. And he says, you know what, I'm going to give you just a warning or whatever. He said, who knows, I'll probably see you at the hospital in the next week or so, bringing somebody in or something. So, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a warning. And I was like, oh, thank you so much and stuff. So I really want to say me working at a hospital got me off. Or, I mean, it could have been my nice, sweet demeanor also, it could have been my demeanor. But I think sometimes cops, highway patrol, whatever. Wait, let me turn my ear on because I feel like I'm getting hot. Hold on a second, okay? I'm just like so rude, huh? Just keep turning the air on and putting the phone down. And okay, I'm back. And then I open up my thing so it could be lighter inside. So I ended up not getting a ticket, thank God. So I got out of that one. I'm gonna tell you guys one more story. This is when I was younger. This is when I was like in my 20s, I think. So in my 20s, we just starting out, not making a lot of money, not balling out of control. And there's a police right there. I don't think it was a highway patrol. He was on the other side though. I'm just acting crazy. I'm in a car. My car registration is been expired. I'm like, I ain't gotta pay that, blah, blah, hard-headed. That's what I'm gonna say. Hard-headed, thinking I knew it all in my 20s and stuff. Just straight hard-headed. So I'm driving around, driving dirty, trying to get me driving dirty. What was that song? Anyway, I don't know the song. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. Driving dirty. I think I don't know. I was just like out there riding dirty and stuff. And when I say riding dirty, I'm not saying like I was selling nothing or whatever. My registration was just expired. I even think my driver's license was suspended, to be honest with you. I was just a mess when I was younger. I was a mess, but look how far I've come. So I'm headed to work. I get pulled over and everything. And the thing about riding dirty, those of you out there who have done it, those of you out there who are doing it now, the thing about riding dirty is you always are like kind of under stress because you're always looking in your rear view. You see police, you looking, you just like always like just on high alert, like, oh, don't let a cop get behind me, blah blah blah. It's kind of like you're stressing yourself out, kind of. I feel like. So I'm out there just riding dirty, and I really think my license was suspended too because I hadn't paid some tickets and everything. And I see you laughing, Kay. So I'm headed to work and I get pulled over and everything by a cop on the street, not on the highway patrol, just on the street. So he comes up, did I even have insurance? I don't know. I may not even have had insurance, you guys. I was riding so dirty. So dirty. It was just, Clorox couldn't even clean the dirt. So anyway, he comes up, he does the thing, license, insurance, registration, and everything. So I hand him an expired registration, expired or suspended license, and then I don't even think I handed him insurance. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Well, no, it wasn't because I'm only in my 30s, so that wasn't a long time ago. I know this bridge is not about to go up. Oh, no, it's not. That was somebody's car. I thought the bridge was going to go up right when I was coming up to it. So anyway, he goes to his car with what I gave him. I'm in my seat, just like panicked, like, how am I going to get to work? Blah, 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 this, I'm going to get fired. Well, I wasn't going to get fired, but I'm like, how am I going to get to work? You start thinking all those things, like, if they're going to take my car, what if they impound my car, blah, blah, blah. I'm over here panicking, like straight panic mode and stuff. So he comes back and he's all like, well, your license is suspended. And I'm assuming it was. I really think it was. I'm leaning towards it was suspended. And your registration's expired. You got tickets. He did say that. He was able to see that I had all these tickets outstanding and everything. So he's like, we're going to have to impound your car. And I'm like, but I got to get to work and everything. And he was all like, yeah, but you got to get all this stuff straight and everything. He has like the conversation about you got to take care of these tickets, blah, blah, blah. Man, I started crying, like literally crying and stuff in front of this officer. Y'all don't be laughing at me. The tears, the dam broke and the tears just came out, like flooded my face, everything. I know I was looking a hot mess. Started crying and everything. And I don't remember the whole conversation, how it went after that. But anyway, this officer let me go. He let me go on a suspended license, tickets, outstanding tickets, moving violations, whatever. No insurance. I want to say I didn't have insurance because can you get insurance if your car is not registered? I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead. I was riding dirty, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and say that your girl didn't have insurance on the car either. And then expired registration. So he let me go like that, and my hard-headed ass still didn't take care of the stuff. Still didn't take care of it immediately, but at some point I was like, you know what? I'm tired of looking in the rearview mirror. I'm tired of every time I see a cop pass by, or if I see a cop a mile away, I'm freaking out like, oh my God, so Eventually, I went ahead and I took care of that situation. And I'm telling you, I always, to this day, I always pay my registration well in advance. I keep insurance, none of that license getting suspended. And I know that there are probably people out there. Okay, this air is getting too high. Hold on, you guys, because my eyes are starting to water. So I must have the air up too high. Hold on, let me wipe my tears off my face, because I'm not crying because of the ticket, you guys. The air is blowing in my face too much. I had it up too high, I think. Okay, let me turn it that way. Okay, I'm back. So, I would advise you, if there's any young people here that were hard-headed like I was when I was in my 20s, um, take care of your business is what I'll say, because you never want to get your car impounded. I got lucky and the dude let me go, but you just don't want to be in that situation. That's unneeded stress, just it's crazy. I don't know why I did that. I was just doing the most, sometimes as kids. Because I know when you're 18, you're supposed to be an adult, but you still a kid, your mind is not fully developed. You're still learning. You are still learning about life and different things like that. So, handle your business. That's the only piece of advice I can give, is handle your business. Do what you need to do, so that you don't end up in predicaments like that, because it could have went left, and he could have had a tow truck come and impound my car, and y'all know how much it costs to get cars out of impoundment. So let me say this. So 3 times my car got impounded. One time I spent the night, this when I was young and hard-headed, I spent the night at my friend's house. I parked somewhere that clearly it was like at a store parking lot. It clearly had signs up that said, do not park here. You can be at risk of getting towed. Well, the store is closed at night. I didn't get there till night. I think I had went out, and no, it wasn't no booty calls, my girlfriend's house. So I had went there at night. The store is closed at night. We got back home to her house late. So I parked there. Next morning I get up, my car is nowhere in sight. I'm panicked. I think my car got stolen. I think there's like a phone number on those signs to call about your car. So I called, and whoever it was that the call goes through to, they said that my car got impounded. It was at such and such tow yard. I had to go there and get it. I don't remember the exact cost, but it was outrageous. Just for one day, it was an outrageous cost. And again, I wasn't balling or nothing. I'm like scraping money together, trying to get my car out and stuff, but it was outrageous. And then these 2 other times, it was because of an accident. So 2 times I've been rear-ended, and no, it's not my fault. One time, I forgot what happened. Oh, one time I got off the freeway. I was at the off-ramp, stopped waiting at the light for the light to turn, and this guy got off. I don't know what he was doing. He wasn't paying attention and just slammed into the back of me while I was stopped at a stoplight waiting for it to turn. And then another time which was a couple of years ago. You guys may have heard me talk about this time. I was headed to work. It was pouring down raining. It was one of those days. And I hope that the signal is clear. I have kind of looked at some of the footage from yesterday, and the signal wasn't really clear. I wonder if I need to take it off of Wi-Fi. I'm going to do that and see, because I don't want it to be jacked up. So hold on, you guys. Bear with me. Let me see if I can take it off Wi-Fi or something. Let's see. How do I do that, though? Let's see. Okay, Wi-Fi is off. Let me go back. Okay, so I don't know. I hope that the signal will be good, because sometimes when I'm on this road, it gets all jumbled up. So I'll see. I'll have to check and see. You guys, let me know, thumbs up or hearts or something if it's okay, and if it stays okay. Hopefully, it does stay that way. But this, yeah. So the second time is when somebody ran into me. Well, this time I was on my way to work. It was pouring down, raining. The same route I'm taking right now. There's a bridge up here that we're gonna cross and everything. So everyone started slowing down because somebody was making a left right across the bridge. There's like a street you can turn on right when you get across the bridge. So everybody's slowing down. I see the car in front of me slow down. I slow down. Immediately you look in the rear view mirror and I see the lady slowing down behind me or whoever. Take my eyes off the rear view mirror. Next thing I know, it's just like, boom. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm just like freaked out. Like, oh my God, like push me into the car in front of me and everything. So long story short, the lady behind me didn't slow down. It's raining. She was driving way too fast, apparently, for the road conditions. It wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I don't even know, but slammed into the car behind me, pushing her into my car, and then pushing me into the car in front of me. So, long story short, the was at fault for all of the cars. So I know that their insurance shot up. So you got three cars. Mine ended up being a total loss and stuff. So I'm sure insurance went up significantly. But anyway, I was saying all of that to say, I think I was in shock after that accident because that one was crazy. So I did go to the hospital by ambulance. So they took my car to the tow yard, is what they did. And then when I went to pick it up that same day, I want to say that same afternoon, evening, because it happened first thing in the morning. You know how long they keep you in the emergency department, and you better slow down. Some behind me. I don't know why you driving so fast. You see everybody slowing down, and you just driving like you a freaking nutcase. So anyway, I want to say it costs like 400 something, just for like those few hours. Now that's crazy that it costs that much. It makes no sense, does it? But anyway, that's what happened with that. So getting your car impounded, I said all of that to say getting your car impounded is very costly. Something you don't want to do, especially, that's why I say take care of your business. So it's for the young folks out there. Some of y'all older folks riding dirty too, so it's for you too. Don't ride dirty. Don't ride dirty. That's my advice for today. Don't ride dirty. So, I was gonna say, oh, so those who weren't on my live yesterday, I said I'm thinking about changing my channel name, and I'm not really. I have some ideas, but I'm not gonna say them yet. I think what I'm gonna do is probably come up with maybe 3 channel names that I like, and I'm not 100% set on it yet, but it was just a thought. Come up with like 3 channel names that I like, and then like do a little vote, like maybe do a live and do a vote, and whichever name gets the most votes is the one that I'll go with. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I think I had two names in mind, so I have to think of a third name. And if you guys think of any name, just based on you knowing my personality and what you've seen out here in these YouTube streets, please. You never know. And I might even take it a step further and If a name that you submit is picked and I like it and I go with it, maybe I'll do like a giveaway. I'm not crying, you guys. You guys see the tears coming down my face. My eyes water in the morning, so let me turn this off because the air makes it worse. But my eyes sometimes water in the morning. So my eye doctor said I have dry eyes, which makes them water, and I didn't mind drops in this morning. So I'm not over here crying. I don't know if you saw the tear go down my face, but my eyes just are dry for some reason. So that's what it is. That's what it is. So what else I want to talk about? Let me reverse it so you guys can see the view, the beautiful view. Let me see, where's the reverse thing at? Flip a thing down, flip it in reverse. It's Joseph, you get the gang gang. I don't know what they be saying. Oh, there it goes at the top. So let me reverse it so you guys can see the big mountain over there. So you guys see the big mountain? Beautiful, huh? That's called mountain. A mountain. That's called a mountain. That's what it's called. But anyway, yeah, let me take the phone down before I run up on a cop or something and they see me. Let me flip it back. Okay, I'm back. So, I don't know. The weather is kind of weird. Yesterday it was like super hot. It was like in the hundreds, but it was really overcast out here in Northern California. It looked like it was going to rain. I saw that it was raining out in your neck of the woods, Kay, Renee. So I really thought it was going to rain yesterday. Excuse me. And today, I don't know if you guys, well, you guys can't see because I'm looking through the thing. It's kind of like cloudy in some places, weird weather, you know. So I don't know. I didn't look at the temp today to see how hot it's going to be, but it's been hot lately. It's been really, really hot. September in the Central Valley where I am in September, it generally gets really, really hot. So I'm not looking forward to that at all. But I did buy a lot of shorts this summer, so I will be having shorts on every day. I mean, not at work, but you know, when I get home. And I'm gonna be outside, like when I get off work, on days off, or I'm gonna just leave and go somewhere near the water. If it's like a super hot day and I'm off work, I'm about to load my car up and just go somewhere where there's plenty of water, the ocean, that's my jam. And just have a good time, take like a little picnic lunch, maybe take my doggies, depending on whether you can take them, because some places don't allow doggies, which I think is discrimination. Okay, so let's have that conversation. Some places I don't think dogs belong, okay? And I'm gonna just say it, y'all I'm a dog lover. I'm like oh my God, I'm like a hardcore animal lover, not just dogs. I'm hardcore with loving animals, so, but I still think that there's some places that animals don't belong at a restaurant. I don't think animals belong at a restaurant. Like, I mean, if you have a service animal, okay, take your service animal. But everybody got a service animal now. It's like doctors just making monkeys, chickens, raccoons. What else, y'all? Bear cubs. Everybody got a service animal now. Like, it's not just dogs. It's anything you could think of. What is it I'm thinking? A lizard. Like, anything qualifies as a service animal now. But I just don't think some places animals they should be. Like, because if you're at dinner and you have like some animal that sheds a lot and they're shaking and scratching, all that stuff could be coming over to somebody else's area, landing on their food, dander, whatever, you know. So again, I just think some places, dogs, cats, lizards, bears, whatever your animal is, they don't belong there, you know. I think animals definitely, animals, like, you look at animals and deep down, I'm trying to think how I want to word this. I think animals have like a wild instinct, okay? Because animals were free at one point. We domesticated them. Look, I'm all teaching a class. Animals were once free. We domesticated them and started breeding and doing all kinds of weird hybrid breeding. And hey, I got a hybrid dog, so nothing against hybrid breeding, but we did that. Human beings decided, oh, we're gonna take a wolf and domesticate it, and we're gonna mate a wolf with this dog and come up with a hybrid and stuff. Because there's a dog that you could get that's just like a wolf. I was watching this program the other day. I don't know the name of it, but there's a dog that looks just like a wolf, and it like has high wolf DNA, very high wolf DNA, but not full wolf DNA. But that's what I was watching. I was watching who's the dog whisperer? Cesar Millan. I was watching him, and this lady had those wolf dogs, and they were like, they still had that wild instinct, and they had to bring in the specialized trainer that like works with wolves and knows a whole bunch about wolves to kind of help with the dog, because the dog would kind of like try to attack them. It was called a red zone dog. I guess the dogs that try to attack, they're like the red zone dogs, and those are the ones that they will euthanize. Like, I guess if you're in the red zone and they can't correct your behavior, those are the dogs that get euthanized. I'm not for dogs getting euthanized, and it makes me upset because sometimes people train dogs to be mean and aggressive, and then once to fight, and once those dogs are taken away from those people, like if they're like they have a dog fighting ring or something, once those dogs are taken away from those people, and the shelter or whoever tries to work with the dog and get the dog to be less aggressive, when they aren't able to be less aggressive, when they just have that aggressive instinct that a human put in them, those are the dogs that get euthanized. And I think that that's messed up. I get if it's just like a wild animal and stuff, they're not going to have that instinct to not attack, I don't think, because their instinct is to attack. I'm acting like I'm an animal scholar or whatever. Sassy's animal. What am I going to say? Sassy's Animal Channel. Any questions, audience? I'm acting like I'm an animal scholar, but no, this is seriously, this is what I saw on what's his name, the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan, and everything. And I watch him a lot. I watch him like every day because, like I said, I have dogs, and I'm trying to train my dogs to listen. And they say it's never too late to train a dog. Your dog could be old as hell, and you're still able to train that dog and stuff. So unlike some humans are set in their ways and everything. It's like nothing you can do. Unlike us, dogs are trainable. Even in old age, you can still train the dogs. So, but yeah, back to what I was saying. I just believe everybody can have their own opinion, but I just think that some dogs are animals, not just dogs. I'm not just gonna like harp on dogs, but some animals don't belong like every place and stuff. So, and I know that like it's gotten very lenient. Like I've seen people in the stores. I mean, I guess the store is okay. Like if you go to Lowe's or something. Wait, let me turn my thing off. If you go to Lowe's or something and you have your dog in Lowe's, okay. I don't know, just not with the restaurant thing, because especially if you're like your dog is got fleas and scratching and shaking its fur all over the place. I don't want dog hair in my food flying. And it's just like a sneeze. When you sneeze, all those little particles, they float in the air. And I'm sure that's the same thing with dog hair, dog dander, whatever, cat, reptile skin. If a lizard scratches the the skin is floating all over and getting into other people's things. So, but you guys know what I'm getting at. I'm almost at work. The other conversation I wanted to have, probably will have to wait until another live. I wanted to talk about being brutally honest with people. Um, if you're brutal, I'm gonna just pose the question: if you're brutally honest with somebody, and they get mad at you for being brutally honest, like, what's up with that? Like, is that fair? Like, you ask me to be brutally honest with you about something, and then when I'm brutally honest, you want to get mad at me and not talk to me, or what are your thoughts on that? Like, you ask someone to be brutally honest with you, and sometimes we'll ask a question and we want a certain answer from our friends and stuff. But when they don't give that answer and they give a different answer, um, sometimes people get offended. Like, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, I had the thing aimed all up. Let me see if I can look really fast and see who's in here. Hold on, let me put my other glasses on because y'all know I can't see. Bear with me. Let me take off my sunglasses. Put the stunner shades on. Oh, look at that car. Look like a. Okay. So, hey, official J Mia. I don't like seeing dogs in the grocery store or restaurants. Okay, so you agree with me. No animals in the store or restaurants. Okay. Okay. So, what if it's a store like Lowe's? Hey, PMC, what's up? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, David? My guy, David. What's up? Sunshine. Jags, what's up, Jags? Hey, hey, hey. Let me see who else I missed. Um, let's see. Oh my god, I'm so glad you guys stopped in to see me. Hey Liz B, what's up, sis? I haven't seen you in forever. Hopefully you're still in here. Let me see who else is in here. Before I go into work. Tim, what's up? I saw you yesterday, Tim. I don't know if you're still in here, but thanks. Young Riaz, what's up, fam? Haven't seen you in a long time. I'm just going through seeing who I missed, you guys. David, David, David. What's up, dude? That's my dude, y'all. My sisters are in here. My Jeggy Poo is in here. I got a name for Jigs. That's my Jeggy Poo. Okay. So you guys agree that animals should not. I learned that if I hang with Sassy, I better draw it. Why? I want to know why. Sunshine. Okay, so oh yeah, hotels. Dogs can go to the pet stores. Okay. But not like Lowe's or anything like that. So David said restaurants, hotels, nor stores. Okay. So that's another thing. The hotels, a lot of hotels accept animals, and I'm not with that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I love animals, but y'all ain't no, the dog could have been up in the bed, like I'm just saying, just putting it out there. I'm sorry if some of y'all, sorry but not sorry, if some of y'all feel like dogs should be laid up in a hotel bed. I'm just not with that. I'm not with that either. So as nasty as hotels are, I don't stay at any that allow dogs. Yeah. So when we went out of town last weekend, we were looking for a place to stay. A lot of the places said that it was like a dog friendly hotel, and we were like, nope, sorry, not happening. Better keep a lint roll. Yeah, right. Right. But I'm not cool with that. So no dogs. You guys agree with me. Okay. So most of the people, it sounds like most of the people that are in this chat agree that animals, there are certain places that animals don't belong, right? So that's my take on everything. So I'm about to go. I got my little coffee, got my water, my agua. I'm gonna try to drink this whole thing of agua today. And I got my breakfast sandwich, which I probably should have just made a breakfast sandwich at home, but I was up early. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was up super early this morning, so I'm super duper tired. I woke up early. Okay, PMC, you have a good day. Hopefully you go live today. I'll try to check you out. And so thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you. That's the lion, y'all. He said that he's a lion. So one more thing. If you could be any animal, what would that animal be? I said a bird. PMC said a lion, and I asked PMC if I could ride on his mane. Stop thinking crazy thoughts, y'all, because I know somebody out there thinking a crazy thought right now, but this is PG. So, um, if I could ride on his mane as the bird as he runs through the jungle, and he said, yes, we could hang out, we could be friends. So, yeah. Eagle, okay. So, official JBA, you want to be a bird too? Okay. I love animals, but if I go to someone's house that has cats roaming around and jumping on the counters in the kitchen, I'm not hungry. Dang, not the counters. Oh my God. I saw the funniest thing. Okay, one more thing. I saw the funniest social media post the other day, and they were talking about potlucks and everything, black people at potlucks. And they were like, the guy was like, oh no, don't eat that. Such and such got cats. Don't eat that. Such and such got a dog. And I've seen the dog. What they said is, I've seen the dog in the kitchen on the counters or whatever, or in the cabinets and all of that stuff. So, oh my God, I wish I could show it to you guys. It was so funny. I'm gonna have to see if I could find it to tell you guys the rest of what they said. So let me see. Hey, Frostburns, we are family. I've never seen you in here, so hey, thank you for stopping by. So this is what I trust, Sunshine. I don't trust work potlucks either. Um, but if it's something store bought, you better believe Sassy, Michelle, whatever y'all want to call me, I'm gonna be the first one in the line eating. I don't care if I look greedy. I don't care. I'm gonna be the first one in the line getting the store bought stuff, because yeah, I'm just not knowing how some people, yeah, I'm like you. Some people, a small handful of people, they're on point. Like, okay, I know they're not sticking the spoon in the pot, tasting it and sticking it back, stirring it. I hope not. But let me tell you guys one more thing. One more thing. I keep saying one more thing. We had a potluck at my job like years ago. And this lady, Karen, she was a Karen. I'm not trying to be funny, but she was a Karen. She volunteered to bring some macaroni and cheese. And I was like, okay. So she brings macaroni and cheese and everything. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, because I know that came out right, because some Karens can throw down on some macaroni and cheese. I just didn't know if it was going to be the macaroni and cheese that my family makes on the holidays. Just the bomb, gooey, cheesy, hot. Um, y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all know I am solid going into work. So she proceeds to bring the macaroni and cheese in a crock pot to work and everything. And it wasn't like the macaroni and cheese that we normally see on the holidays, y'all. Like the Thanksgivings, the Christmases, didn't look like that. So she's looking for a plug to plug it in, the crock pot in. And she ended up putting it on the floor, putting the crock pot on the floor, because the cord was short and everything. It was short. She put the whole y'all, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. She put the crock pot on the floor, and plugged it in under this desk. So the crock pot is cooking on the floor. I I didn't get no macaroni and cheese. I didn't plan on it, no way, but that was just the deciding factor that I wasn't getting no macaroni and cheese. I know that might sound cold to some of y'all, but I didn't get the macaroni and cheese, y'all. Would you guys have eaten the macaroni and cheese? Let me know. Would you guys have eaten it? If somebody put the I work in the hospital, you guys. Let me highlight that. I work in a hospital. There are germs all over the hospital. You walk to the bathroom, you walk through the hospital, sick people are in there. I don't know what's on that floor. I take my shoes off before I even go into the house, y'all. Um, it's all kinds of germs on the floor, you know. It's like I wouldn't even and we have carpet in our office. So you know it's germs. I don't even know the last time they what is it? Did a carpet clean. So you know it's germs galore. If they went in there with one of those lights, what is it, like a black light, you would probably see all kinds of stuff on the floor. So again, would y'all have eaten that macaroni and cheese that was sitting on the floor in the crock pot? That's all I want to know. Would you guys have eaten that? Because I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, oh, hell no from Jump Street. But that was the second oh, hell no. I tried eating at a meetup, and let's just say I pushed food around on the plate. Oh my God, tells you it's nasty. You've been warned. Oh my God. Oh, one more scenario, and then I'll go in. So we had a potluck one time. This guy decides to bring. I don't know if any of you guys know what pancit is. It's a Filipino food. It's like noodles. These noodles that they make called pancit and everything. So he decided to bring in a whole pan of pancit and everything. And I'm a very picky eater. I don't like a lot of different. Might try something if I know you clean or if it's from a restaurant or whatever, but I don't like a lot of different types of foods and stuff, you know. So anyway, he brought in this whole foil pan full of pancit, these noodles, and sometimes they'll like put chicken in it, vegetables or whatever, but it's these like noodles, not even like spaghetti noodles, kind of like spaghetti noodles, but not the size of spaghetti noodles. Look up pancit and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So people just to eat and digging in, getting stuff or whatever. This one girl gets her some pancit, and I'm sitting next to her and everything. She's eating, and then she says, Michelle, because y'all know that's my government name, Michelle. She says, Michelle, look. I look over, she's pulling out this long piece of hair that's intertwined in the pancit, and that was my reaction. I didn't actually vomit, but I was just like, okay, that's nasty. One more story. One more story. Y'all want one more story? You trying to make us visit you today, Sassy? We all gonna need a night at the hospital eating that. No, I'm not trying to make you guys come to the hospital. So one more story. So this lady made what was it that she made? Was it a meatloaf? Like who makes a meatloaf for now hindsight 2020, who makes a meatloaf for a potluck? But I want to say I think it was a meatloaf. So this lady made a meatloaf and everything, and one of my coworkers dug in, didn't ask no questions, eating it, everything, thinking it's like a ground beef meatloaf. And it ended up being buffalo meat. I think that's what it was, buffalo or deer meat, because they go hunting. So maybe not buffalo, maybe deer. It was like a deer meat, or it was something weird. It wasn't ground beef. It wasn't even ground turkey. It was like something that they went and hunted, her husband, because they were a hunting family, and they ground that up and made it into a meatloaf, like ground meat, and shaped it into like a meatloaf. And I was like, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So Yeah, none of that. No meatloaf. No, definitely no spaghetti. Like, cause I've heard some stuff about spaghetti, like some weird stuff about spaghetti. Like, unless I know you, I know how you cook, I know how you keep your house. Um, I can't even just be out here saying, "Oh, if it's a brother or a sister, I'm definitely gonna eat their food." Cause some of y'all, and I'm that's why y'all in the chat, some of y'all ain't right with what you're doing. So that's a hardcore hell no, unless I know you. We can go out and eat, or something, but yeah, but that's a whole different conversation. I don't even know how I got on that conversation. How did we get on that conversation, y'all? I'm like, how do we even get on that conversation? Yeah, no spaghetti unless I make it. Yeah, because to be honest with you, I'm gonna touch on this real fast. I've always heard like women in the South, they do a certain something. If they want a man, they do a certain something to spaghetti. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but that red sauce might be a little other sauce and stuff. And I've always heard that, and I got some Southern folks. My family's from the South, Louisiana to be exact. And it's just some of the Southern stories that I heard growing up, and I'm like, we grown here, we all grown on here. I heard that they put period blood in the spaghetti sauce to keep a man, and I'm like, say it ain't so. Say it ain't. If that man don't want you, just let him go. Let him go. So yeah, it's some stories out there. Maybe that's a good topic, you guys. Like old wives' tales. I think that's a good topic to talk about. They add more than Suge Avery's Pete to it. Ooh, we don't do that in Georgia. They just have some good cooks. Okay, okay, I believe you. But anyway, maybe that's like a good topic to discuss, like old wives' tales that you heard growing up. So like I said, my grandma was from Louisiana. When we were little kids, my grandma would tell us never point at a rainbow. I don't know if anyone else in this chat has heard this. She said, never point at a rainbow or your finger will rot off. I was so freaking scared to point at a rainbow. So as an adult, one day I saw a rainbow and I'm like, should I point at it? I'm like, point at it and see. I pointed at the rainbow, my finger still here. So I don't know where that came from. I'm gonna tell one more before I go in. One more, and that's it. Don't ask for no more. But y'all think of some old wives' tales that you guys were told, and maybe that's a discussion we can have on my next live. But I was also told when it's raining and the sun is shining, it meant that the devil was beating his wife. I need to just see real fast in the chat who else heard that line, because that was the line. If it's raining and the sun is out, the devil is beating his wife. Like what did the wife do? Like, I mean, does anyone know? Oh my god. So Sassy, I've heard that lie. Okay. So you heard that one. You heard it. Okay, so that's a well-known one. I'm thinking that's a well old wives' tale and stuff. But yeah, y'all think of some and let me know. We'll talk about it because I find that very interesting. Like, where did those old wives' tales come from? Why were they told? I'm sure Jags can go way back to the caveman days and come up with some that he learned. No, I'm just playing Jaggy Foo. All love over here, all love, fam. Says whoever saw that and knew it was his wife. Whoever saw that and knew it was his wife. I heard that as a very young kid. Okay, Jack. So everybody, I think pretty much everybody heard that. So with that being said, I don't feel like going into work, but I'm gonna go into work. Oh, here's my thing right here in my pocket. Look, I'm crazy. Why would I stick that in my pocket? Look, I was like, dang it, I don't have my earbuds to drown people out today. Voila, my earbuds. Put them in my purse. I was thinking, what is this in my pocket? Just bulging out. Now, that might not sound right. Just bulging out, but I don't have a bulge. Only, never mind. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. So, thank you guys so much for stopping through. Like I said, I'm gonna try to start doing these either in the mornings on the way to work or in the evenings, afternoons on the way home from work. Cause I miss going live. I miss chatting with you guys. I miss all of that. So again, thank you for stopping by. I hope everybody has a blessed day and all that great stuff. And I will chat with you guys later, you guys. All right. Take care. Take care. Ooh, I know. You know what, David? You know what? What do you know? I'm waiting to see what he knows. Ooh, I know. I want to know what he knows. I want to be nosy and know. Can I answer? Answer what? Go ahead, answer. Can I answer? Yes, you can answer. What's your answer? All right, Jigs, have a good day, okay? Peace out. What's in your pocket, Boji? Shut up. I should have known you were gonna be crazy. I should have known. I don't know why I set myself up like that, but anyway, David, you are so funny. I can't with you. I can't. But I'm about to get up in this building. Give my 8 in. 8. Wait, do my 8 and be out the gate. Is that how it goes? I think so. So y'all have a good day, and I will chat with you guys later. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Bye.